Let's go on an adventure.
But where?
I know. How about Mission San Luis Rey?
Okay. Welcome to Mission San Luis Rey.
During this unit, the students will be learning about California missions. It will be for a social studies class for 4th graders. This will be an 8-week class, twice a week for 1 hour. The objectives for this unit will involve the students learning about the history, importance, and establishment of the California missions. They will explore the reasons why the missions, presidios, and pueblos were settled in Alta California. The students will also understand the importance of Father Serra and his involvement in the history of making the California missions. They will understand the tremendous task the Franciscan Padres faced during the mission era. They will be able to identify the early land and sea routes used by Father Serra and Gaspar de Portola. The students will also become familiar with the daily life of a specific California mission and list the effects the mission had on natives and the local mission economy as evidenced by research, journaling, using online resources, and finally developing an online website or wiki showcase to their group final project, while at the same time completing activities that involve using different multiple intelligences. The unit will cover Common Core English Language Arts standards as well as California Social Studies standards and technology standards that will be used with the students in the classroom in their project and unit. The following Common Core standards will be covered. Determine the main idea of a text and explain how it is supported by key details. Summarize the text. Explain events, procedures, ideas, or concepts in a historical, scientific, or technical text, including what happened and why based on specific information in the text. Determine the meaning of general academic and domain-specific words or phrases in a text relevant to grade 4. Interpret information presented visually, orally, or quantitatively, and explain how the information contributes to an understanding of the text in which it appears. Integrate information from 2 texts on the same topic in order to write or read about the subject knowledgeably. By the end of the year, read and comprehend informational texts including history, social studies, science, technical texts in the grades 4-5 text complexity, band proficiently with scaffolding as needed at the high end of the range. Students will also write informative explanatory text to examine a topic and convey ideas and information clearly. They will introduce a topic clearly and group related information in paragraphs and sections, including formatting, heading, illustrations, and multimedia when useful to aiding comprehension. They will develop the topics with facts, definitions, concrete details, quotations, or other information and examples related to the topic. They will use precise language and domain-specific vocabulary to inform about or explain the topic. They will provide a concluding statement or section related to the information or explanation presented. They will also write narratives to develop real or imagined experiences or events using effective technique, descriptive details, and clear event sequences. They will orient the reader by establishing a situation and introducing a narrator and/or characters, organize an event sequence that unfolds naturally. Students will produce a clear and coherent writing in which the development and organization are appropriate to task, purpose, and audience. Grade-specific expectations for writing types are defined in Standards 1 and 3. With guidance and support from peers and adults, develop and strengthen writing as needed by planning, revising, and editing. With some guidance and support from adults, use technology including the internet to produce and publish writing as well as to interact and collaborate with others. Demonstrate sufficient command of keyboarding skills to type a minimum of 1 page in a single setting. Engage effectively in a range of collaborative discussions one-on-one in groups and teacher-led with diverse partners on grade 4 topics and texts, building on others' ideas and expressing their own clearly. Report on a topic or text, tell a story, or recount an experience in an organized manner using appropriate facts and relevant descriptive details to support main ideas or themes. Speak clearly at an understandable pace. Add audio recordings and visual displays to presentations when appropriate to enhance the development of main ideas or themes. The following history and social science content standards for California will be covered for grade 4. Students will describe the social, political, cultural, and economic life and interactions among people of California from the pre-Columbian societies to the Spanish Mission and Mexican Rancho periods. They will describe the Spanish exploration and colonization of California, including the relationships among soldiers, missionaries, and Indians, for example, Juan Crespi, Juniper Serra, Gaspar de Portola. The students will also describe the mapping of geographic bases of and economic factors and the placement and function of the Spanish missions, and understand how the mission system expanded the influence of Spain and Catholicism throughout New Spain and Latin America. The following technology standards will be covered. Students will interact, collaborate, and publish with peers, experts, or others employing a variety of digital environments and media. They will communicate information and ideas effectively to multiple audiences using a variety of media and formats. They will develop cultural understanding and global awareness by engaging with learners of other cultures. Students will plan strategies to guide inquiry, locate, organize, analyze, evaluate, synthesize, and ethically use information from a variety of sources and media. They will evaluate and select information sources and digital tools based on the appropriateness to specific tasks. They will also process data and report results. Students will use critical thinking skills to plan and conduct research, manage projects, solve problems, and make informed decisions about using appropriate digital tools and resources. Using Gardner's multiple intelligence theory, each learner will be involved in a multiple intelligence activity. As a group, a naturalist will research the types of crops grown in the area of their mission. They will research and write a report on how these types of crops grew, how it affected the community, and also how they were made into food or drink to provide for the benefit of those who lived there. They will provide the actual plants or the type of food or drink that were made for the people who lived in their mission. They will report their findings on a blog or Google Doc. For a bodily and kinesthetic learner, they will create a mural, diorama, or actual model of the chosen mission. As a group, they will write a script of the experiences that Father Sarah, Native Americans, or the priests that lived in or around the mission reported. They will post a video of their drama on a Google document or their blog. For the existential learner, they will be debating on how Native Americans were affected by the missions and the rights and wrongs and pros and cons of their life changing within the mission, as well as the changes that the priests had to endure as they evangelized with the Native Americans in California. The visual spatial learner will be creating a Powtoon video on Father Sarah's life. They will also create an iMovie of Father Sarah's diary, as well as a drawing of their mission by hand or using Concepts of Sketch app. Students will also use MindMeister as a graphic organizer to help them write the research paper. A verbal linguistic learner will be researching their specific mission on the internet using websites, resources, and apps that will help them learn specific and detailed information. Students will listen to and reenact a story from their chosen mission. They will use costume props and record their reenactment through the use of iMovie. They will then upload it onto their blog and share it with their class. The musical rhythmic learner will do research on the music of their chosen mission. They will write a report of the different instruments used in that time. They will also include a recording of it on podcast or have the actual playing of the instrument as a project to show to the class. The mathematical logical learner will make an actual small replica of their chosen mission using a model or using iPad to sketch out their mission using Concept Smarter Sketching app. They will also use MindMeister to organize their findings, information, and facts on how the mission was made, the used materials, and the actual measurements of the mission and layout. For the interpersonal multiple intelligence learner, this unit will involve group discussions and a group project where students will interact, discuss, and share ideas as a whole for all sections of the project. They will be able to collaborate inside and outside of the classroom through the use of websites, Google Docs, and Google Sites. Throughout this unit, the intrapersonal student will use a mission journal to write thoughts, feelings, and ideas, and trying to identify with the local Native Americans or the priests that lived at the time during the building of the mission. Overall, the lessons in my unit will include Father Sarah, the founder of California Missions, why were there missions, the founding of missions, life in the missions, as well as Native Americans in California. Students will also learn about the Mexican War and the effects it had on the missions, as well as the ending of the mission era. They will also create California mission projects as groups and present them to their class.